Hi everybody, this is Coach Lou. I wanted to make a video that outlined my trip to Summit, tell everybody what kind of a great time I had. I went to the 2012 Coach Summit in Las Vegas. I was there with 5,000 of my closest friends, other Team Beachbody coaches, many of them in Team Motivate and Team Infinite, which is my coach team. And I got to tell you, I had an absolutely incredible time. This was a chance to not only meet the celebrity trainers, but it was, more importantly for me, an opportunity to meet the people that I interact with all day long in the different groups that we're in, especially the resistance. So I just want to summarize what my trip was like. And then at the end of this video, I want to just talk about some of the new products that Team Beachbody has and some of the new incentives, if you will. Let's see, where do we begin? Firstly, getting into Las Vegas, this was a real trip for me. I had never been to Vegas before. It is an absolutely phenomenal city. It was a true test of will to have to be in Las Vegas, surrounded by buffets and gambling and everything, everything forbidden, if you will. And I only, we all just tried to stay focused on our training and our nutrition. But the most incredible aspect of being in Vegas was the fact that these celebrity trainers were just walking around like everyday people. I had a very awkward incident where I saw Tony Horton coming down the hall, and my first impression was that, who is this 30-year-old guy that thinks he looks like Tony Horton? Look at him, he's all ripped and buff. And sure enough, it was him. And I always thought that when I met Tony, I would, present myself with composure, and I would say things that would be absolutely confident. No, I was it was like a little teeny bopper meeting Justin Bieber for the first time, but he held himself very well. It was a short meeting. I was afraid they would call security on me, but the way we spent the days, we had conferences during the day, and we had celebrity workouts as well in the early morning and also in the afternoon, and then at night we tried to party hard. And I want to tell you about the celebrity workouts first, because I know everybody's excited to hear about that. They had a huge ballroom, which was almost like the size of an aircraft hangar, if you will. And in the center of the ballroom was a gigantic round platform, about 5 feet off the ground, and everybody was surrounding the platform. Everybody in their workout gear with their water bottles. It was carpeted, so nobody had yoga mats. A couple of people did. A couple of people also threw towels down, but they also had giant screens set up so that you could see the the workout in all of its glory. And on the stage with Tony were several other trainers, such as Mark Briggs and Monica Perotti. I hope I'm saying her last name right. She is such a sweetheart. This is one of the most brilliant people I know. She is very close to Tony, and she's also in P90X2 shoulders and arms. I did not do the insanity workout, and I'll tell you that was something I regret, but I did get to meet Shaun T. But anyway, getting back to the workout, the best thing for me about this workout with Tony Horton was that he went around and got himself all over the room so that he was able to be within grasp of just about everybody that was trying to do the training. And this was extremely satisfying because you fly to Las Vegas and you really want to meet him. You're so excited to be around him, and he is everything you expect him to be. He's a nice guy. He's he's really doing the moves, and he's entertaining you as well. The moves were split up between P90X and P90X2, but they gave us some moves from the P90X certification. There's a whole other, something coming out for that I'll talk about at a different time. It was amazing. The funny thing for me with this workout is this is probably the first workout I did with Tony Horton where I didn't hit pause, because there was no pause button to hit. I had my heart rate up so high. I was so happy and so excited, and it was such a workout. I have to admit, I walked out of that workout with some really, I'm going to say muscle pain in a good way that I had, in my core, if you will, which we want. Now, the one thing I really can't shake from my memory was that while I was doing the workout, I was, I was next to my friends Leah and Erin and Jonathan and Rich. And during the ab workouts, I said to myself, screw this. I'm just going to lay on my back and enjoy the moment. And I look further to my left, and there is this, like, ripe 9-month pregnant woman, and she's doing the ab exercises as best as she can. And she just suddenly motivated me, and I just decided, you know what, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to give it my best. And I was toast, but it was so worth it. It was a great workout. The other workout I want to talk about was the grand workout that we did on Saturday morning. That workout was mind-boggling. We all met in a parking lot in the I believe it was the Tropicana, and they had a giant stage set up, and they had big screens as well, and they tried to time it so that it was the coolest part of the day, if there's ever such a thing in Las Vegas. And everybody was very orderly. This was not like a rock concert or something like that. Everybody was in complete friendship mode, if you will. And it was really funny because the CEOs of Beachbody, all the heads, were dressed as water boys, and they were going around handing out water to everybody. But this workout was so unique, and it was such a good thing for me as a coach because I was able to sample many different programs. They come in with the cast from Les Mills Pump, and then Brazil Butt Lift, and of course Insanity, Shailene. I meant to say Shaun T, Shailene, Tony Horton. The Shailene's workout was a blast. It was everything I wanted it to be. I have to admit I was a little spent by the time she came on board, so I got my trash kick. The Brazil Butt Lift was actually very hard. It was not like a comical something the way I expected. It was a pretty kick-ass workout. The one thing about Shaun T that I love is by the time he comes on stage, I'm spent. I'm in the sun, I'm hot, I'm sweaty, I'm in Vegas mode, and I'm just thinking to myself again, I just want to have a good time. I'm not really here to work out. Ooh, I'm already doing it at home. No. Shaun T just has a way of getting inside your brain and pushing you to do things that you don't even want to do. And, you look down at your feet and you're doing things just as well as anyone in the Insanity DVDs. And I have Asylum in a box over there, and I'm going to start it in a few weeks. We were doing moves from Asylum. I've lost the fear factor. I'm not afraid anymore because I know Shaun T is going to mess with my head just like he did live and in person. And we did a couple of things from Asylum too. And then Tony came on stage. It was truly amazing. It was a humbling experience. We worked out so hard. We had such a ball. Now I just want to shift gears and talk about what we did the rest of the time as coaches. We went to several conferences, and the conferences are geared towards your professional growth as a coach. And you may be wondering why I'm telling you about this, and the reason why is because it's very important for coaches not to lose sight of their goals, and it's very important for coaches to understand how to interact with large groups of people, if you will. So in a nutshell, these meetings were extremely helpful. There were 3 meetings that I went to that really stuck out the most. The first was with one of my beloved upline coaches, Josh Spencer. And I'm going to say Josh Spencer and Bobby Decker because they kind of combined it. Our upline is Chris Baumert, and then Josh, and then Barbie, and then Tracy Morrow. This is mind-boggling to me. This is a wonderful thing. Bobby is a real sweetheart. She went around the room hugging everybody. She said some nice things about my team. Josh is the man. Josh is the one who's going to take anyone and clean up their attitude about what they need to do. The thing I like about Josh is this guy is older than his years. He's got wisdom that is so far ahead of most people his age. He's a no-nonsense person. If Josh will come up to you and say, "Listen, you've got to fix this on your shirt." That I'm just making a bad example, but he was unbelievable. And to be able to, first of all, to be able to give him a man hug and to be able to hug Barbie and also be able to meet and hug my own coach, Chris, was mind-boggling. This was to me like what I would expect to happen when you die and go to heaven and everybody's around and you get to say hello and you have meetings and work out. That's my vision of heaven. But I got to meet all the other people on our team, some really wonderful people. I can't even name them all. Julie, Maddie, Megan, Stacy, LaShawn, Matt, Diane, Jace. I had met Jace and Maddie before, but here they are in workout mode, totally different. No cannolis. We won't go there. I'm not even naming the other people. There's just too many people to name. These people are all my best friends. Keith and Jonathan, their wives, Katie and Michelle. It was just incredible. I get emotional just thinking about it. I stayed in a room with Stacey James and LaShawn Lewis, and I slept on the floor. And I knew I was going to do that because there's a member of our team that recommended to me a while back when I had some back pain that sleeping on the floor is good for you. And I actually needed that because I didn't bring my rumble roller, and I thought of packing it with me on the plane to Vegas. And after working out with Tony, I was looking for that toy. But the in a remarkable way, we managed to eat clean during the trip. We didn't splurge. We didn't go crazy with the food, except for one little meal that I had at the Emerald Lagasse restaurant. I can't even remember the name of it, but it was in the Venetian. I had been dairy-free since August, with the exception of a bowl of cheese that I ate in October, and now I remember why, because I ordered a cheese dessert platter, sampling the cheeses. It was delicious, but God, I paid for that night. But getting back to the whole spiel on Summit, one of the nice things they did for the Diamond coaches and anyone that had achieved a Success Club status that was equivalent to getting points suitable to be able to go to the birthday bash. I don't want to get into technicalities of that, but we had some really great parties, and they didn't hold back any stops on this. There was some great food and great wine, dancing, a lot of fun. It was nice. It was such a wonderful environment. There's so many coaches that, obviously coaches kind of compete against each other, which is a sad thing, but it was nice to meet people and see them and interact with them. I'm not a coach for the purposes of getting everyone, and I'm not trying to sell stuff like a spooky salesman. I came into this profession purely because I love to help people. Before I was a coach, people were impressed that I was helping them on the walls. I was going full blast, giving advice even when I wasn't finished with my first round of P90X. And I can't believe how far I've come, because I truly, truly, truly do love helping people. To me, there's nothing more gratifying than being able to help your fellow man or woman, if you will. I love being able to reach out to someone and just share with them my own experience and hopefully put them in the right direction. Now, Carl Deichler made some comments that really blew me away. He compared coaches to firemen, firefighters, police officers, EMT, rescue workers, as first responders. And I needed to hear that from him because I had not been focused on that as a coach. And the reason why I needed to hear it to him, because it's so true. And we are, as coaches, people that are going to be able to take someone else and help them get back in shape. And that sounds like an easy thing to do, but there are a lot of people that aren't in shape and they're dying as a result. I'll use my own mother as an example. My mother died at the age of 52. This is back in 2000. She died from diabetes. She didn't take care of herself. She let her health go to pot, and it's kind of sad. And imagine if I was a coach back then, if Beachbody was around, in full swing back then, I could have helped her. I could have said, Mom, do the ultimate reset. This will fix you. Mom, do Shakeology. This will help you. It's it's good. It's food, nutrition. It's vitamins. Mom, you need to exercise to lose weight. And as a coach, sometimes I have to be a bastard. I have to be your Dutch uncle. I got to tell you to straighten out your trash. And I don't do it because I don't like you. I do it because I want you to live a long life. I want you to run around with your grandkids someday and outrun your dogs like I get to do. I don't have grandkids, but you get my point. The the moral of the story is that I'm a coach because I have to help people, and I have an obligation to do that, and I'm not going to let up. I don't care if people think that, coaches are not necessary. It's I have a role to fulfill, and I'm destined and determined to fill those shoes very nicely. And I'm even happier to be able to say that I've got on my conveyor belt of things to do, getting P90X certification. I 5 years ago, if you asked me what I would be doing when I was 45, I would have said to you, "Well, I don't know. I guess I'll cut my lawn on the weekends. Who knows?" It's not going that way. I'm getting in great shape. I've lost 50 pounds. I have more to go. Um, I love I love what I'm doing with my body, and especially with my attitude. Attitude is altitude. I'm going to be the kind of coach that can help everyone, and I'm going to do the damn best I can, because when I'm helping each of you, I'm really helping myself. The advice I'm giving to you is universal, and I don't want to get too philosophical on you. Now, on the flip side of the coin, in an almost insecure tone, if you will, I want to even admit that I was almost hesitant to go to Summit because I'm not cut and ripped yet. I have quite a while to go, as far as I would like to say. And I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to go. I'm going to be very positive, and I'm going to be surrounded by all these other coaches who are muscular and thin and built and ripped and all that. And the funny thing is, many of them weren't. Many of them were everyday looking people, normal. There were a lot of coaches who were of the godly Spartan Brad Pittish status, and they looked like runway models, and beautiful women with abs of steel and yada yada yada. But I decided to dive right into the pool of confidence and optimism. And other coaches went to Summit and they got maybe just business experience. I went to Summit and I got that, but I also got a little bit of a spark that I needed to be able to push my own physical journey much further ahead. I want to be doing some great things. We had a party on the last night, and a lot of coaches are walking around saying, "Oh, I want to be top coach. I'm going to be on that stage next year, getting trophies." And they had this award ceremony that was worthy of the Oscars, and I got to meet my pal Scotty Hobbs, my nephew, um, and Wayne Wyatt won Coach of the Year, and our other coaches in our group received recognition for different things. But there's two things about that party that really stuck out the most to me. They had the winners of the $100,000 and $20,000 prizes for wonderful, immaculate transformations, if you will, come up on stage. And what they did was they gave the coaches of those winners a prize as well. If the person won 100,000, then their coach got 20,000. If the person won 20,000, then their coach got 5,000. And I hope I'm remembering that correctly. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to march forward with challenge packs, and I'm going to take nearly 90% of what is awarded to me if one of my teammates does win, and I'm going to donate that to charity. And I'm going to use that ambition to drive my team to succeed, so that hopefully someone wins that kind of a prize, whether it's 20,000 or 100,000 or 1,000 or whatever. But this will prove to me that I'm not just doing this for money, because I'm going to take my earnings, if that person does win, and I'm going to give that to some charitable cause, and I feel good about that, because people that know me personally know that I'm stuck in this knight in shining armor thing up here from some games we used to play in high school. We won't go there, but I feel good when I do good. That's how I like to say it. Now let's get back to the party that I mentioned. After this award show, there was an incredible party, and the song "I'm Sexy and I Know It" comes on, and these coaches got up on the stage that were of incredible stature. They were ripped and everything. They tore off their shirts, and these guys are dancing around and they're flexing their pecs. And one of them had a cowboy hat on. He's doing his Magic Mike thing, and I'm thinking, That's the stage I want to be on next year. Yeah, okay, maybe I'll win Coach of the Year. Maybe I'll win a prize for Success Club this and Success Club that. But damn it, I want to be on a stage with screaming people cheering me on. And, you know, I'm not quite sure why I want to do that, but I think it's on my bucket list. But that's a summary of the summit. I probably said some things that shocked you, and I hope I didn't do that in such a way that went off in too many tangents. Let's now talk about the different things that I learned about at Summit in terms of some new products that they have and some things that are coming around the bend. Let's see, where, here we go. Okay, first of all, the biggest thing that is to me incredible is they launched the chocolate vegan Shakeology, and I got to try this, and it tastes, in my opinion, spot on similar to the regular chocolate Shakeology. They claim that it's a slightly darker chocolate. I felt it was a near identical match. This is vegan. This is your alternative to the tropical Shakeology if this is the lifestyle that you prefer. I do believe that this is also the option that you can pursue with the Ultimate Reset, because when the Ultimate Reset first came out, they were emphasizing that tropical Shakeology would be part of that. Excuse me. The next thing I want to talk about is they are going to have some new clothing that's going to be coming out soon. And they had an area set up called the Core, where coaches were able to buy new items of clothing, backpack, bags, all kinds of sweat jackets and such. And I picked up this shirt that I love. This is already available in the Team Beachbody Mall, which is a coach-only website where they can buy clothes. But there were many other things. There were also clothing for the next item I want to talk about, which is Body Beast. Body Beast was launched at Summit. We got to meet the man himself, and the Body Beast program is amazing. They have a whole line of supplements that they want to have work with this program. Body Beast is, I believe it retails for right under $90. It's I think it's in the same price bracket as Asylum was, if you will. It's a 90-day program, and they're claiming that it'll give you, if you do the program properly and eat the way you're supposed to, you'll pack on 10 pounds of muscle. So that's an incredible thing. The other thing that is absolutely amazing that I had mentioned is that they have 3 types of challenge packs that they're going to basically allow people to purchase and pay later after 30 days. You pay a $14.95 shipping fee, and the challenge packs are for either the P90X program, the TurboFire program, or the Brazil Butt Lift program. And with those programs, you get your choice of Shakeology, plus a month of club membership. And the idea is that you can have this challenge pack, and you can basically pay for it after 30 days instead of right up front. And the good news about this challenge pack is that it also enables you to get the free coach sign up if any of you wish to enroll as coaches. The startup kit fee is $39.95 for anyone that enrolls as a coach, but that is waived when you go the challenge pack option, especially with this option to pay for the package 30 days later. So that's that's something that a lot of you might want to consider. I know many of you are on the fence with becoming coaches. I don't think you should be. I think you should look at the excitement that I'm emitting through this screen to you. I know I'm very tired right now, but I haven't been able to stop since I got back from Summit on Tuesday morning. This is an absolutely incredible situation to be in as a Team Beachbody coach. You should jump in the pool. You have nothing to lose. You must face your fears. You stop putting your foot in the pool. If you want to help people, you should step up to the role of doing that, and you should rest assured that if you're helping others, it's going to help you. Because as God is my witness, being a coach is one of the best ways to stay accountable with your own fitness journey. There's no way in the world I'm going to cash in on my chips with my fitness journey, knowing that I have a few hundred people counting on me like I do. So let's put that philosophical discussion aside, and I'll keep describing some new products. There's also something now called the Derm Exclusive. The Derm Exclusive is being tailored towards women. It's it's basically anti-aging cream and lotions, if you will. They had a very impressive video emphasizing how this would be something that would help anyone that's concerned with wrinkles. When I was at Summit, I saw coaches getting a chance to try this out. I even saw some men doing it, and I'm packing on the years. Maybe I'll look at this too. But this is another tool that Beachbody will basically put in the shop area, and if you're like a 25-year-old P90X, or this might not be something you're interested in, but maybe you want to get something for your mom, or someone this might be a good option. Maybe you're slightly older and this is something you want to look at, but you don't have to hear me describe it. You can log into my coach page, www.getfitwithlou32.com, and you can watch a video about it, and you can basically see what it has to do. So that's pretty much the one thing. The other item I want to talk about is, let's see, we have Les Mills Body Combat coming soon. It's basically like a martial arts flavored program for the Les Mills family, kit of parts, if you will. We got a little sampling of this when we did the group workout. It's a tough, kick-ass workout. For those of you that like Turbo Fire and remember, all the punching and so on, or anyone that's done P90X and you're familiar with Kempo X, this is a great workout. And Les Mills kind of put itself in the position in the beginning that it's resistance training, and every other day you can do a cardio workout of your choice. But we have these cardio workouts available. I think they've rethought the process a bit, and I think this is now meant to fill in the blank on some of the attitude about that. And I will tell you that these workouts were not easy. This is some serious twitch, moves, if you will, twitch muscle development. That whole level of rocket science. This was a really tough program. The other thing that's coming out in the fall, and this is the big item, is Asylum 2. Asylum 2 is going to seal the deal with getting you completely shredded. This is going to be a killer program. It's another 30-day program. It's not something someone should do if they hadn't done Asylum. So I'm doing Asylum 1 over the summer. I'm also going to try and reach out and meet with my buddies down in Jersey when they train with Shaun T in September. And then that'll get me all fired up to do Asylum 2. The last item I want to mention is something called Cordastra. This is kind of coming to us through the aid of Dr. Mark Shang. He was the person behind the Tai Shang program. It's a supplement designed to improve stamina and endurance, and more information is going to come down the pipes about that eventually. I got to tell you, when you're a coach and you go to Summit, you not only learn about new products, and you not only train with the celebrity trainers, but again, you get to meet all the people that you play around with online, and it's what a big difference it is to see someone and just really have a nice conversation with them, or even work out with them. You have no idea how satisfying it was to just go up to Scotty Hobb and give him a man hug, or talk to Tony for a few minutes, or just get hammered with some of the other coaches. We didn't drink that much. We drank enough, though. I don't really drink, but we had so much fun. This is something you should try to look at. You must take everything that I said seriously, whether it's about coaching, or whether it's about any of the attitudes about trying to improve yourself, whether it's about my opinions on how I want to be a coach. I will always try to be the funny person when I talk. I love humor, but man, am I serious whenever I do something. So, that being said, I want all of you to have a great night. and I'll be in touch soon. You guys take care. Thank you.